Hi, I'm Tom, and we're so glad that you can join us for this introduction of AUDAC Touch. With this single OS platform, we offer the most intuitive way of designing and managing your installation. From configuring audio processing to sequencing third-party integration. Yet you can also create custom user dashboards without even needing to write one single line of code, offering full system control also from any third-party device. However, if you do want to create more comprehensive solutions, you can write tailor-made control scripts using Lua. This results in a single full solution platform for both fast, easy deployments for integrators and immersive control experiences for end users. Let's have a look at some of the strong points that we can offer for those integrators. Well, starting off, that you have those unique dashboards and you can configure them as you please. You don't need an extensive training to start using AUDAC Touch. You have live audio control and processing technology fully integrated in one single platform. You have over-the-air updates. You have tailor-made scripts using Lua. And you have the Touch emulator version. And best of all, it's freely downloadable on all major platforms that we support. It also has these unique features like automatic device discovery, saving you tons of time during your installation. Now, there are other reasons why you save a lot of time with AUDAC Touch. Here we have an example of a closed architecture from our predecessor, the M2. With this, you have a lot of advantages because out of the box, the product works, it's easy to deploy, and you need very little training. Yet you can hit the obstacle of having less flexibility in your project design. On the other hand, we have open architecture on a drag and drop base. Now this of course has huge advantage that you have full flexibility, yet it takes you much more time to deploy because you have to lay each and individual connection. Right in between there, we take best of both worlds and bring to you our flexible architecture, giving you a visual and graphical overview of your configuration immediately from the start and allowing you to route as you please right on the spot. When we talk about sound processing, such as parametric EQ and biquad filters, it can be done thanks to wave dynamics. This technology consists of wave preset for factory settings to get the best optimal performance for your loudspeakers, such as outdoor applications, for instance. And then you have wave tune to tune on top of the preset your EQ to fit into the acoustic application you're in. And then we have the commander functionality. From one single dashboard, you can integrate any third-party device using TCP/IP, UDP, or ASCII and hex commands. We're even working with technology partners to integrate their products seamlessly by providing you the commander lists, such as for Sennheiser. Now, besides this, the commander functionality can also be used within the AUDAC ecosystem for custom commands. Now, let's have a look and let me show you an example of how easy it is to create unique control dashboards within the AUDAC Touch ecosystem. With the flick of a wrist, you can select, scale, and place widgets onto as many unique dashboards as you want to create customer experiences like never before. We just talked about the benefits for an integrator, but also the huge benefits for the end user. We must not forget, like full system overview, easy controllability for your entire installation, and of course, non-AUDAC products control. While you don't have to worry about any projects getting lost, as we have you covered in the cloud. In extension to this, over-the-air updates are also automated. Now, besides these unique features, we're also working closely together with streaming service providers, such as Spotify, and for licensed streams, Soundtrack Your Brand. Now, let's have a look at compatibility. Here's Chris to tell you more about this.
Thank you, Tom. Well, looking at AUDAC Touch and our devices in our AUDAC product range, there are a lot of devices that are compatible with AUDAC Touch. Basically, everything that has that network connection or is equipped with an extra module that has a network connection, such as our amplifier range, active speakers, XMP44 sources, and many more. Now, upgrading AUDAC Touch licenses, because basically the app is free, but we provide you more. What about premium licenses, where you can have more functionality and even more personalization for your customer? Well, let me show you for an example dashboard. Maybe you are a customer and you own a hotel chain, and you want to give the customer that little bit extra on your dashboard. Let's say a custom logo or a clock widget. Or you have a bar where during the day you're playing at a certain level of volume, and in the evening things can get a little bit louder just by clicking a button on the dashboard in AUDAC Touch. Or what about controlling your MMP40 play mode? This can be an example of such a dashboard. So you can have an open dashboard widget if you have multiple dashboards that you want to control, and you can hop from one dashboard to another. Or an input, or an advanced text widget. There are multiple custom widgets that we can provide, and that library can keep on expanding in the near future. Besides the AUDAC Plus license, we also provide you the AUDAC Page license, which gives you direct paging control and a custom zone selection. So let's take a look at dashboard, where you can have a dynamic voice file picker or a paging widget, where you can easily create your floor plan on the dashboard and click the zones that you want to play the message in and hit the play button. Or do a normal paging with a microphone, thanks to the virtual APM target toggle. Let's take a look at the overview between AUDAC Touch Plus and AUDAC Touch Page. While the Plus license more focuses on getting that personal touch to your dashboard by having a custom image widget for your customer, a clock widget, or an input button, mute multiple outputs, jumping to different dashboards, and so on. While the Page license more focuses on broadcasting those messages by using that dashboard to select multiple zones or a single zone and hit that play button. So AUDAC Touch is constantly evolving, and we keep adding new features to AUDAC Touch. And one of those is what you've all been waiting for, the extensive project monitoring and the project overview. But not only that, also monitoring that system from a distance also means that we can push notifications, such as, let's say, an amplifier, which reaches a high temperature and gives you a message. So you can contact your customer and say, hey, I think we need to come over and take a look at the installation. Besides that, we also have pre-made dashboards. And a pre-made dashboard can help you. If you select in AUDAC Touch, well, I have this and this and this setup, and it's focused on hospitality. Show me some dashboards that I can make use of. And last but not least, analytics. We can monitor AUDAC Touch and see how many times it has been rolled out, what widgets have been used, and so helpful to create even a better application in the future. So thanks for watching this AUDAC Touch video, and make sure to check all of our channels and stay up to date. Thank you.